Hello and welcome to Matt's Casual Cooking. And for the month of Halloween and pumpkin season, we're going to be going with pumpkin cupcakes with whipped cream frosting. Very delicious treat, especially at this time of year, to get you going. So we're going to go over all the ingredients and how to put it together, and let's get to it. Alright folks, so before we go over the ingredients today, please hit the subscribe button. It's a great way to get very pumpkin-y recipes into your inbox of this spooky month. So back to the ingredients. So we're going to break these down into 3 items. First is your dry ingredients. Now you're going to want to combine 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of some kind of coarse salt, your pick, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Now for the wet ingredients, we're going to need 1 cup of packed light brown sugar. We're going to need 1 cup of the granulated sugar. We're going to need 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and we're going to melt those. We're also going to need 4 eggs, and we're going to lightly beat those. And we're going to need 1 can of pumpkin puree, a 15-ouncer. Now for the whipped cream frosting, you're going to need 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream, and you're going to want to make sure it's cold before you do it. You don't want to warm it up to room temperature or anything. And you're going to need 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar, and you're going to want to sift that into a separate bowl by itself. Now, as far as toppings for this is 100% optional, but they are pretty good. So you can do like the candy corn, like an autumn mix with the pumpkins and the canned corn, or you can also do like little sprinkles on top as well. It's very, very good. So we're going to go over how to put stuff together here in a minute, and I will see you then. Alright folks, so right now what I've got for the wet ingredients is you want to take both your sugars, you want to take your butter, pour it in, and just spatula this out as much as we can. And also add in your beaten eggs. Now we're not going to add the pumpkin puree in at this time, but what you want to do first, start whisking it together until it's pretty well combined. It's going to be pretty wet. It's going to be a little rough. I think that's pretty good. So you can see it's pretty well combined together right now in here. So all we're going to do now, take your dry ingredients from your bowl, and we're just going to pour that in. Now you just want to whisk this together until it is smooth. So go ahead and do that, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright folks, so this thing's pretty smooth. It's going to feel heavy, but that's okay. And you're going to kind of tell it's smooth, like kind of do this and just let it drop in there. So now what you want to do is just take now your pumpkin puree and add it in. I still got quite a bit in there. Okay. Okay. Try to get out as much as humanly possible. I really like to scrape the bottom of the barrel of these things to make sure I get as much as I can. So once that's done, just combine it or just whisk it together till it's well combined and pretty evenly distributed. It shouldn't take too long. Okay, yeah, see, didn't take long at all. Less than a minute really to get it all. Now it's going to start looking a little more orange, obviously, because of it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put my whisker aside. And what you want to do now is you want to get out some muffin tins, and you want to get out some liners. Now, if you only have one muffin tin, because this is going to make about 24 muffins, go ahead and put your liners in. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're just going to distribute it evenly within each one. So, but I would say no more than probably 3/4 of the baking liner. So you don't necessarily want to fill up the whole thing the whole way unless that's what you got. So go ahead and fill these and then we will move on to baking them. So I will see you then. All right, folks, so you can see I've got all 24 filled up as evenly possible. Now what you want to do now is turn your oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to cook them for 20 to 25 minutes. Now you're going to know they're done is if you take like a toothpick, or I like to use a butter knife. That's really all I got that I keep on hand. Is you put them down the middle and you pull it out and it comes out clean. Now you don't have to do that for all 24. I just suggest doing like 2 or 3 in each pan, and that'll be fine. So we're going to go over the whipping or the cream frosting here in a minute, but then once these are done, you need to let them cool completely before you actually frost them. So I will see you at the frosting here in a minute. All right, folks, so right now I've got the muffins out and they are cooling down. So we're going to go ahead and do the cream frosting. Now you will want some sort of an electric mixer for this because it will make it 100 times easier for you to do. Now I'm using a stand mixer and I've got the whisk attachment to it. If you don't have a stand, I suggest just some sort of hand electric mixer for this. So what you want to do is I've got the whipped cream in there, and you're going to turn this to medium high, and we're just going to whisk it for 3 minutes. So then once that's done, go ahead and get your sifted powdered sugar ready. So I will see you when it's done. All right, folks, so it's been about 3 minutes, and what we're going to do now is you want to go ahead and add that powdered sugar to your bowl. Now while you're doing this, you might have to get some of the powdered sugar that's stuck on the side and make sure it gets into the cream so you can get as much in as humanly possible. So now though, what we're looking for is we're going to start beating this on medium high, and what we're looking for is that it starts to create stiff peaks and can actually stand up by itself. So I would check about every 5 minutes to see where you're at with it. So once it's done, though, I will show you what I'm talking about. So I will see you when it's done. All right, folks. So our frosting is done. I might have overcooked it for just a minute, but when I do, I pull it, you can kind of see it's kind of puffing up a little bit on there. So what we're going to do is the muffins are almost cool at this point. So we're going to go ahead and put them together, and I will see you in a minute. All right, folks, so you can see I've got started with some fun sprinkles and some candy corn and a little pumpkin on the muffin slash frosting. So see, just put your frosting on. It's pretty simple. Don't necessarily need to cover it. We really don't have that much frosting overall, so you can double your recipe if you want. Just kind of put it how you want it, and then I'm just going to do a couple little fun sprinkles here. It's got to make it a little more colorful for the pumpkin season. So if you did enjoy making this recipe, like, subscribe, share. Please leave a comment below. I want to thank you for watching, and come back with me next week for a fun food journey, and I will see you then. Take care.